Today, children, I'm going to greet you in a different way. It's a jingle. It'll go like this: 1, 2, good morning to you. 3, 4, stay safe indoors. Alright, children, so now ready for the computer class? Children, last time we had created our table in Microsoft Word. It was a shopping list. So, children, this is the table which we had done last time. I have filled my table. Hopefully you must also have filled your table. This is what I would require per week. So now let's move ahead from this. We know that a table is made up of a grid of rows and columns. That means all the sleeping lines are known as the rows and all the standing lines, they form the columns. Here the space between the two standing line is a column. So now my table has got 7 rows and 4 columns. So we know how to insert a table. We go to the insert tab and there we have the table option in which we insert a table. Once the table is inserted, we can increase and decrease its height as well as insert new columns. We have the layout tab for this. From here we can insert the columns as well as the rows. Now children, when we compare this to the previous table, to the ready-made table that I had shown you, this table had a heading. It also had some stars attached to it, right? Stars or callouts, you can call them anything. So let's move to our table. We will also like to have the same things here. We want text at the beginning of the page, so I have placed the cursor here at the beginning and I'm going to give the title to my shopping list. So the title is Little Shoppers Shopping List, right? So now this is good enough for us. Here I have already changed the text color as well as the text style. The text style here is Comic Sans and the font size is, the text size is 18. This looks perfect now. Now I'm going to insert a few stars in it. In the insert tab we have the illustration group. In the illustration group we have the shapes option. From the shapes option we get a drop down of various shapes. Now out of this you can choose any shape that you like. I take this star, say for example, and I place it over here, right? So this star comes into my list. Now the moment I click on this star, you can see you get a drawing tools option over here. In that format is highlighted. In the format you can of course edit your shape. You can draw a text box or you can change the fill color of the shape. If you do not want this color, you can choose any color for your shape. Say I choose a blue color, bright blue, so I have got a star. Similarly you can place the stars at the ends also, or you can copy the star and paste it at the end. So our list is ready. Now children, what I want is that we should be able to get our title on every page. This is the title we were getting only on this page. Say if I insert a new page, I go to insert option and I just insert a blank page. This page I again have to write a title. I don't want to do that. I want my caption should be the same for all the pages. So for that what will I do? I'll simply remove the title from here and I'll go to insert, and in insert I'll go to header and footer group. In header and footer group I'll click on the header option. Now what is a header? A header is a text which appears at the top of every page of the document. My document here is saved with the name shopping list 1. Now whenever I open my shopping list 1, no matter how many pages I insert in this document, all the pages will have the same heading. That is a header. If I include that heading in my header, it will be the same for all the pages. Let us see how it looks. I have here different options for the header, like you can have a totally blank header, a header with 3 columns, or you can have header with designs or even or odd number of pages. You can have different headers for even or odd pages also. So you can choose from any of these styles. There are a lot of styles available here. Right now I'm choosing just a plain header. In the header, here you have an option. As we choose the header, you get the header and footer toolbar here. In the header and footer toolbar, you get the options for changing the header, for changing the footer, for inserting page number, or for inserting document info. So now I'm going to insert the document info in this. Document info means the name of the document, file name that you want to give, the author, it is made by you, so you can give your name, or you can give a document title also. So I just give a document title here. I write here shopping list using tables in MS Word, that is Microsoft Word. So you can see here whatever title I'm writing here is coming on the next page also. So alright, now let us see if I have done with everything. I'll just simply close the header. These are 2 pages of the same document, and on both the pages we are getting the same shopping list. Now we will insert another page and see. I've placed my cursor on the second page. Now I'm pressing enter and enter. Now this is the third page of my document. Here again you can see the heading remains the same. So this property which keeps the same heading for all the pages is known as the header. Whatever we write in the header section, that remains the same for all the pages in one document. Now suppose I want to change this heading. You can double click on this header and this can be changed. The contents can be changed here. It is not necessary you write only the text here. Along with the text, you can also insert a picture here. Just double click, come out of that shopping list. Now if I want to insert a picture, I can either go to online pictures or I can choose a picture from my folder. So here is my folder. I can take any picture from here, whichever one I like. Suppose I want to take this picture now. I'll click on this picture and I click on insert. The picture would come here. Now my header section has increased. I'm going to reduce the size of the picture so that everything fits in the same space. Now once the picture size has become small, I can see the picture has got inverted. So I'll again go on the rotation handle. You can see the rotation handle and I'm going to rotate the picture. Right? So I have got a picture also in my header. Now I'm using the spacebar key to drag the image. Now this is my header section. I'm done with it. I'll again click on the header and footer and I'll go to close header and footer. So this heading is coming on all the pages along with the picture. No matter how many pages you insert here, you will have the same heading and the same picture on all the pages. Now but we are not having any page numbers here. Can we also have the page numbers? It's just like creating a book now, where every page has a title and every page has a page number also. So for doing that, what do we need is we can either put the page number in the header only, or we can use the footer section to place the page numbers. Footer section means that text which appears at the bottom of every page. Like the header appears at the top of the page, the footer appears at the bottom of the page. Now from where do we get the footer? Again we go to the insert option, then we go to the header and footer group. In the header and footer group, this time we will select the footer option. Again we will get a lot of layouts for the footer. So you can have a blank footer, you can have a 3-column footer, you can have a branded footer, you can have various types of footer. I just want a blank footer. I'll include a footer here. Now in the footer I want a page number, so I am going to go to the page number option here, and here I want the page at the bottom of the page. I want a page number, and you can have it is giving me further options. What type of page number you want? Plain number on the left, plain number in the center, a plain number on the right side, or you can use any of these styles, whichever style you want. I'm choosing plain number 3. So this is what it is going to give me. That means plain number on the right side. You can see on all the pages the page number has started appearing. In the footer also we can include other things like date and time. You can include the title, any heading that you want to give, the name of the author you want to give. You can include the name of the author, you can include the document info, you can include date and time. All these things are available in the footer also. Once you have created a footer, you will again click on close, and we have done with the header and the footer. So now our document looks more professional. Now let us give this table borders as well as shading. Now everything here is colorful except these lines of the table, these outlines of the columns as well as rows, they only appear to be black. So how do we change that? We are going to select our table. In that table, again we get table tools. In the table tools, go to the design option. In the design option, see, these are the different styles that last time also I had talked about them. You can choose any style for your table. Like I've selected the style, you can see the effect. It is going to give me color in the header row and the first column, header row and the alternate columns. Or you can choose this, any of these colors you can choose for your table, and your table will be styled. If you are not satisfied with this, we will go to the borders option here. In the borders option here, I am going to select borders and shading option. Why? Because I want to give my table a colorful border. Had I selected the borders from here only, these are all the various border options. If I select it from here only, you will get it in black color only. That is the color which we have been using. But we don't want it to be in black color, so I'm going to the borders and shading option. In the borders and shading option, I will choose the various styles of borders which are available. I can choose any of the style. I have chosen this style of double lines. Then I will choose the color of the border that I want. Okay, I take green color, or okay, let us take purple color. Now here I need to make sure that all the borders are selected. So you can see all the borders are selected. I am just clicking to make sure that everything is selected. Now once everything is selected, it is getting applied to the table. You can increase the thickness of the line also. You can make it this thick, but it does not look good, so I am just keeping it at half point. Now I click on OK. My table has got a beautiful border. All the borders look beautiful. Now I will give it a shading also. Again I'll go to borders and shading. Now I have a shading option. Shading option means the color to be filled inside the table. So here I go to fill. In fill, I can choose a color. Preferably it should be a light color so that the text is easily readable. So I choose a shading option. I choose light green. And the style, you have different styles. You can have a solid fill which will not make anything available, or you can have a 5% fill, you can have a 10% fill. It's totally up to you. This is a color for the patterns. So right now I'm keeping no pattern in it. It is just clear and okay. So now my table looks like this. It has a border, it has a beautiful border, and it has a shading color also. So today what we did is we learned how to insert headers, how to insert footers. Now our pages have their headings as well as page numbers. My table also has border color and it has a beautiful shading also. Now I'm going to save this document again in my folder. So what do? I don't have to go to the save as option this time. I'll just click on Control and S, that is the save option. That's it. So your document has got saved. Thank you.